Asalaamu calaykum waraxmatullaahi wabarakaatu walaalayaal waan ii salaamay waa walaalkiina muumani kusoo dhawaada maanta again ee tahay maalin talaado 7/11/2023 insha allah waxaan igu soo dhaweynayaa again BTC USD iyo I think one or two coins inta aan last week aan fiirinay biidnillahi alkariim haddii aad if you keep looking at this BTC on a weekly perspective ahaan haddii la fiiriyo wax badan ma isbedelin for the past I think 1 week 2 week 1 2 3 this is the usbuuci saddexaad oo wuxuu ku jiraa haddii aan ku noqono on a daily basis usbuuci saddexaad oo wuxuu ku jiraa bahalkaneeto on range wise so rangeganeeto it has not left or went above 31,500 or below 29,300. So on a closing, Adili Furio is on a closing on an average 29,500 or 30,000, I think 800 between there. Marcus to sort of every time or sort up to rejection. So it has been testing, for it to break above that. And it also tried to break below this. So you could see on a 4 hourly chat hadhowta soo arkeenaa but on our daily basis bahalkaneeto haddii aa sharaxaad technical ahaan aa u fiirinaysid you can try to look at it as a bahalkii la yiraahdo let's just make this a 2 point colorka aan ka bedelo let's make that a blue iska daay maybe this color we can see it better so haddii aad saas fiirinaysid meesha ka soo kacay I mean, sometimes possibly you can even put it, yeah, it's a bull flag. Sharax ahaan, haddii aa u fiirinaysid on a daily perspective, this is a bull flag. Breakout of a bull flag, you can put your price target to above almost to 37 meelaha seeto, inshallah. That's how you play it and that's how you trade it. Haddii fiirsanaysid, if you are actually checking this and looking this as a bull flag. The bull flag no feeling and you just basically focused on this little triangle on little ball caneto rectangle caneto and you want to be safe trade the hand the usuges it as a breakout and enter a measure set from long or then you can just target 33k to 34k that would be a really good target aniga bonafterkeyga target kaseto ayan at least I'm trying to be hopeful waxa la yiraahdo to target to 34k so it depends with so many things waxyaalo badan but as a technical analysis that is what you are reading and that's how you're making your trades it doesn't tell you hey this is where we're going to go 100% but this is how players play the game on a daily perspective why weekly it has not changed at the asbu'iyan you've been holding BTC wax badan oo isbedel male another thing that you also want to pay attention waxa you can also expect the breakdown breakdown kabal kana dambaysid meeshaan inta uu kusoo noqdo and if it gets rejected and comes back here and breaks and it does this breaks below that then definitely you're looking at a 27,800 caseto so break above 34k break below 27 but on a widely perspective on a daily video how am I trading this is the traders ahaan loo fiiriyo it is definitely a good bull flag so it has been a good continuation fiican u ahay from the previous previous low oo kasoo imaaday so are we going to see this thing continue ama again waa lasoo daadinaya back again to retest the 20s or 25k eventually suuqa waxyaalo badan ayaa ku jirto there's the CPI data I believe CPI data inuu beri soo baxayaan jeclahay allahumma istacaan let me look at this thing this is where it's at core inflation rate core inflation rate month to month core inflation rate year to year why so CPI data previous wuxuu ahay this is the core this is really important kana zaid u muhiimsan kan haddii bahalkaneet haddii oo aado maybe about 4.9 they are forecasting as a 5 haddii oo aado 5.1 above 5 it's really bad suuqu ma ficno below 5 ama 5 xataa haddii kusoo daato it's really good I know majority qaarna dadka waxa ay alaan fiirsadaan forecasting as a 0.3 this is really good expectation but hadhowti for kuwii xumaay Fed FOMC meeting rate hike code waxay ku sameyn doonaan based on this. They're saying that the core inflation rate it's a little bit sticky really, so there might be some inshallah some increase rate on July 24th or July 26th ka marka meeting kusoo noqdaan. Right now, so we are sticking to at least a bullish continuation to target 34K to 37K. When it comes back down again, rejection haddii lagu soo sameeyo, we're just going to keep monitoring and see what patterns of chart patterns are arkena. If you go back to 4 hourly chart, Allahumma musta'an, 4 hourly chart is wixii la ka arkoosa, you just in within that rectangle. So and then you just break it down. I mean volume kada ujeda volume ko soo dhamaaday. I mean it is really volume. There has not been trading badan meeshaan inta maka soo soconin. There hasn't been those billions of dollars of injection meeshaan inta suuqa ma lagu soo sameynin. But however, Allahumma musta'an, Allahumma musta'an, on your 4 hour, I mean, not a lot, not a lot. There's so much. There's not a lot chart patterns I can add in it. I don't know. Some people are isku dayo and in a some kind of a descending triangle, Mia. No, an ascending triangle like this. I think, yeah. I mean, yeah, you could argue that, but then you have this huge gap in between. But you could also say, hey, Baal Caneto tomorrow, close above this. It's a good continuation. Probably again get rejected, or maybe close above it and then hold the 31K. So haddii oo hal mar oo jibiyo the 31K, expectation is Balcaneto for it to at least hold this price. So hold this Balcaneto, just keep holding this price Meshaneto, and then continue. If not, then it's its own back price. Ethereum, same thing, but Ethereum, I think it's has a lot more potential and a lot more beauty akujurto Ethereum. Ethereum had the alpha the price from previous high gisa يهدرتان مشو مرويو, it's I think about 57%. I think Kankalenwa it's also 50% approximately. So they have also the same approximately 50 to 50% from previous all-time high. So hakal ajib Ethereum هدي أفيرينيسيد, you could see Ethereum on a وحلا an ascending triangle. So there is a descending triangle and ascending triangle. Ethereum, what definitely previous test and previous support wakana. This was his previous support. Right now, we are 31,000, 2,159. It's going to be a good resistance. So the question is it going to go back up again and get rejected, or is it going to break above that and go up and maybe come back down again and hold this? If it does not hold it, then that definitely how you're going to see as low as 1600 kasito kuso noqodona, or even as low as 1400. But the question, how is this going to break it, or is it just going to be another fake out above it and come back down again? At the half year, previously on a weekly perspective, Lona, just go back. So it's holding 1,748. That has been a good place. Obal Caneto, Ethereum, kuntu dooda boqol, it has been holding there. You can see trading kiisa wuxuu u dhexeeya this channel, or this, I think between 2100 iyo almost to 1748. So that's a good trading place. Markuu soo inta usoo dhamaado 2000 soo taabto, it's an exit strategy. On a daily basis, it's the same thing. Fiirinaysid asagiiba BTC, not so much is changing, not so much trading lagu sameynayo. All people are just looking and waiting how that long term slow growth ama long term baalkaneeto soo daadashadiisa. Another one oo maalmaha laga hadlay, I think it's Avalanche an arkay. Yeah, Avalanche. Aniga Avalanche maka aaminsani, so many things happening right now. For it has to wuxuu sameeyay a really good double bottom. But the question is this double bottom a reversal, or is it going to come back down again and retest it and be a triple bottom? So that question waxay ku xiran tahay hadartaan meeshu hadartaan uu taagan yahay above the 13 to I think 13.88 to close above it, and maybe go as high as 18 and get rejected again. So then you have this really daily Balkaneto on a weekly down pressure, selling pressure or kujura. So momentum kisa, it is very low. So it has to break above that 13. The Afirino on 21 weekly moving average, that's where you're looking at right now. You're also looking at another rejection caseto at a 15. So close above 13 and get rejected at 13, or maybe at the 13 caseto, 15 caseto at GBC, you're definitely going to go and see the 18. So we can come back down again and take that 21 وحافيرين in at the 200 moving simple moving average. You can see all this is actually telling you that this is just, in our سيلك وبضيع ووجهتها right now. It's just it got rejected again. Balkan محيدان, I think it was the hanging man. So it got rejected as a the Afirinus is just candlestick itself. Really good rejection. So really good sell off. And it's just going to hold here. The question of how are we going to see at least a continuation of the low lows on a 4 hourly 4 hourly chart pattern. هذه 4 hourly قاعدة Afirinus. Let's just go there really quickly because chat يشكل وأنا صوت تابتو وقتي كل إيرين مربي. So inshallah, possibly you might have another come back down again, back test again, maybe 12.59. Melahane to take these lows, or maybe come and test out these lows, and then continue. So at the continuation, Caseto would definitely then close above the 13.8. Adia Kutso Town LTC, LTC has shown, Litecoin has shown itself a really good breakout. But the question is, this breakout can also may is it going to hold? So this is the 21 weekly moving average. وحدرتان, I think that's what it's actually sitting on as a weekly support, which is 89. وحصو تابتي, I think shy 92 سقاشن $11 وصو تابتي, and then وكلاودي, and it just went above. But you can see that this was a really good breakout or a high. وحو GBA. So وحو GBA, the downward pressure, it went above it, closed above it, and then it got rejected really quick right after that on a daily أركي ولا سو عليي. So it's actually, the question is, was that a fake out? And if that is a fake out, هدو oh yeah, highlight coin, definitely we're gonna come back down again and test Balkaneto, this at least trend line to 70s or even above. Do also or fake out also in hand, and it was an actual breakout. And we only probably were looking into Wahalirado back test. So you're looking at two different patterns. I mentioned Afirinusa, one pattern Afirina Hawaii. This what is it called, some invalidation of your descending triangle. So you had that breakout. This is your 4 hourly hanka firinoyo. You had bal caneto breakout caneto, so it came here, it got supported, it got rejected here, it got rejection here, wood GBA went all the way, and now it actually back tested it, and it's going to keep going here, and then it will hold between these two channels at the Alafiri on a weekly basis. Allahumma musta'an, reset, Adano. So this is gonna be your next game. هذه ومشان to سيفعل أسود جبيو Ethereum Litecoin game keys, the game that you will play Litecoin between 103 to 146. That is in between the trading. If it breaks out this and it confirms that to be a good breakout. If not, wuxuu kusoo noqonayaa at least wuxuu noqonayaa between 100 and 103 as a resistance and as a support of 70s. So that is how you are trading. You're not looking back again at 40s. Definitely Muradine said then, because to me that I believe right now Litecoin has probably seen a reversal rectangle channel, and maybe also we could put argument karna that BTC Allah musta'an BTC has also maybe seen a reversal inverse head and shoulder on a long term, on a weekly basis. waxay noqon doontaa waxaa loo sii karaa, waxaa loo arki karaa as a reversal chat pattern. So that explanation kas waxaa u qaataa there is very likelihood chance, very low likelihood meeshan uu kusoo noqdo 15. haddii uu kusoo noqonayo, some chat patterns have to develop, and then probably we can take our games on there. Lastly, waxaa rabaa inaan soo taabto allah mustacaan Solano. your Ave, they're all doing the same things basically. Ave did show up to break above the downward pressure kaneto. I'm talking about this line of Kadluya or so that the it broke above it. But that is on in its entirely yearly wuxuu ku jiray. But on a daily perspective or a weekly, it got rejected on balki lirado the trend line. So weekly, we know on a yearly wuu kasoo baxay, but on a weekly basis it got rejected. So the other question is, would that rejection take me back all the way to 111, or is that gonna just put it back down again and test 65? So if the 65 does not hold and this thing had done in 83, اللهم استعان 83 ميلاسيتو هديو another rejection or kaso arco, then definitely we are going to go back down again and test 58. We're going to go and test back وحصو تعاونينا this channel for sure. Let's just get out of here. Wakana, this channel, I don't want to text Mugilirovi chat kaiga haleni. So this channel, wala so dona again. It's gonna, if it gets rejected heavily here, it's gonna come back down again and retest, and we're gonna see the 50s. We're now gonna see we're gonna see above 50s instead of below 50s. Solano Zaida low hadluya. Solano also did the same thing. It broke out the yearly long wide downward pressure channel, so it's coming up to 25. We have a continuation of upward momentum, Kisa. On a daily perspective, we have a good continuation. So would that be another good? This is a good ascending channel. A good breakout. Solano would go continuation في عنو نقدونا. There's been some kind of a dramatic news, so I don't know if that dramatic news had you or would push this Solano above, but it's a lot of game trading. So you at least looking at your next target to be to break above this 25 before you actually target on a weekly perspective the 50s. So for it to just close above the previous resistance. Right now, you're looking at your support of 18. 18 is your good support, your good back entry again. Your back testing, so the other nayo, the instead of 22, and you're looking to make at least another sell on close to 20, 26 to 27. Let's just go on a daily and see what's happening on a daily. Solano. Solana on a daily, not very much. Very, very low. 200 simple moving average is a good support. So Solano, I mean, there is some possibility that you do want to see Solano breaking this Balcaneto, the 26, to break above that. But Hadi Okan Usujibiwai, the previous liquidity ganeto, if it does not tap into this oisun jibin or meelaha laga soo laabto, then you are going to come back down again and retest the 15s and 18s as a good continuation. So Allahumma sta'am, maxaa kale oo ku rabay XRP wax badan isbedela male. XRP on a weekly basis meeshiisa ayuu taagan yahay. So I got at least XRP, it's doing the same thing. It hasn't changed a lot. This huge rectangle ayuu ku jiraa. Baalkaneeto muusan ka bixin. I mean, that's a good confirmation to once it breaks above 56, XRP wuu ku daayay. There's no doubt about that. You just want to break that. It is, and the way I look at it, hadeertaan aan u fiiriyo, this weekly drag, 46, 47, 48, or tertib usoo noqonayo, it is eventually going to make a decision to break above or break below. Break below, waxaan ka hadlooyaa, it is this trend line oo saaran yahay. That trend line oo saaran yahay is waxa aniga ilaalsanayo, and if that 45 kaas oo soo jibiyo, then on a weekly, I'm saying, you know what? We are going all the way back down again to 31. So that is the trader's game mindset. Furuya, you break this. I know I am going to target a good short to 35 before I think about 31K. So that is how I'm looking at it. Right now, Balcaneto I see as a good continuation on on an upward momentum. So the only thing it only needs to do is just continue slowly, grindly slowly, and one time you just see Balkaneto just go break and test here and get out this Balkaneto downward pressure channel Kaneto or trend line Kaneto kabaho, and now then you actually target setup ka wasto is that 77. The target setup is still actually in play. 77 Caseto had you so tapto retest and then come back down again, maybe get rejected to below 50s and hold between 77 and just give me this thing. I know we are going to continue and it's just going to make another high probably. But XRP waa lagu dhigan yahay, so there's a lot of fight ka dhaco. Comp, it's another one, or there's been a lot of trading in it. Question waxay tahay hadartan, comp, is it right now seeing itself getting rejected? I mean, this is a really good understanding of Balkaneto, some classical chat patterns dhinaca rectangle ka la fiirinayo, which is really incredible. Wallahi, mashallah. Right now, I mean, it got rejected again to 70s. We have at least a retest back, a retest of this trend line. So on a daily, let's just reset that, come back down again. Balka dhibaca we had it back test again. I mean, it went below it. Probably was a good fake out because of this. You can see this dominance, bullish engulfing candle like a soda. Are they back testing? And then it continued right now. It's coming really slow. So the question is, would it go above and go like this and go above it? And then we test the 90s. Or is it just going to go above it and just come back down again and get rejected and continue down? So you just see how game card, but right now it's looking strong. It's looking as a continuation of Arkaya. For me, I'm just trading it as a long. You're just targeting your next target is at least you're looking at as at least the 90s. So your next resistance lefirino sa. That is if you that is when the breakout happens. You trade with the breakout. Right now, it's the game is just in between here and the daily. How do you just look for another daily. Link has just been sad. Link is just Link. I can't even talk about it. It has to make some good movements, inshallah, for Link to do that. Same thing as Nia. They're all just showing to be on a downward pressure. Optimism, Asigan Masas is the same. They're all just down. Render, it's another good opportunity. This is was the best, mashallah. This is the best trade setup I have, and Usugo render is you just gotta wait for it. You just gotta wait for it to break that line. This neckline kaneto or has to that neckline or into ujuro the blue line line blue ga ujedin why it is for this uh, head and shoulder, head and shoulder why it's not an inverse head and shoulder. This is a head and shoulder. I get a breakout for that head and shoulder. Target kisa is 1.2 for a short. That is really good. But it also could get negated. It's negation kisa wakana, and once it gets negated, inshallah, head and shoulder failure is the 3.66. But there was this huge falling rising wedge. Wuu ka soo baxay, it got rejected. Backtest ayuu sameeyey. I mean, that's a perfect example of chart analysis. And right now, it's just right now it has this formation kaneto kujura, this head and shoulder. If he gets rejected or invalidated, I'm just playing both ways. I'm just waiting for it. And another one, akafiri karto Hawaii, maybe another chart pattern is actually developing on a daily basis is this little one haddii bluegan aan ka bixino waxa igu jirto alora igu jiro inaan ka saaro marawi, but let's just get another line into like kudiji and just do that, and then you have this symmetrical triangle. So you have so many waxa ujeedaa so many chart, you have this kind of chart patterns kaneta ujeda, so many of them playing in front of you. The only thing is you to trade whichever you want. So a breakout, at least you have, then that is a breakout and invalidation of the head and shoulder, then it's a continuation, or a breakdown, then hey, it was a good baalkii la yiraahdo head and shoulder validation insha allah. Waan igu soo dhaweeyey tomorrow is بإذن الكريم وحواي the FOMC meeting معنا بالك the CPI data inshallah it's coming out tomorrow. So there is going to be some at least some private movements. So the question I mean in our dominance cases so it depends on where you trade it and how you play your trade. Inshallah وحن رجعنا خير أن يوض رجعنا inshallah. Just stay tuned until the next chat patterns when we just play with the chat patterns inshallah. But I know for sure BTC is going to end up closing this gap. We're going to see at least a test on 31,200 caseto for a good candle zakadlo, yeah. Before it actually, if it's going to get rejected, it comes back down again. Kuso dawada wa inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh wa walalkina. More money.